or months before we find out why a Navy FA-18 jet crashed in Virginia Beach on Friday. Investigators are back at the scene this midday, sifting through debris, trying to piece together what went wrong.
Much needed financial support arrived today for Mayfair Muse residents displaced by the jet crash. Now today the government is handing out extraordinary emergency expense checks to victims to help them deal with finding a new place to live. And the government is also paying for displaced residents to stay in hotels for the next 2 weeks. 10 News' Andy Fox now live in Virginia Beach. And Andy, how are things going out there?
Well, Don, we just had a news conference with Bob Geis, who is the Oceana's commanding officer. A couple of things that were brought up. The investigation continues. The pilots did a lot of things right, including staying with the jet as long as they could before ejecting. It is unknown now the level of contaminants on the site and what that means for future development of the site. And leading into that, it is unknown whether Mayfair Muse will be able to rebuild due to density concerns around Oceana, which is always a concern when you have BRAC hearings. Of course, everyone just thankful that everyone got out of this alive. They are calling it the Good Friday miracle, and today they were showing up to get government checks. As you mentioned, they are known as 3E checks, trying to get their lives back together. Navy lawyers spent the morning handing out 41 checks, just like this one, to residents like Esther Lederman, counting more heroes.
All I can say is, God bless them all. They're heroes in my eyes, they really are. But I want to get in and see the damage. They won't let me see. I have no clothes except what's on my back.
She got a check for $2,202, and I got one for $956.
The entire process very orderly. Information provided over the weekend, produced checks handed out today. They are thankful and yet tired.
And you pretty well sleeping in and out of your car the whole time. You know, they're running you this place, that place, this place, that place. A lot of things I don't know. You don't know where you're going.
Yeah, that's, Don, that is really the frustration in the whole thing. Everyone's very thankful and appreciative of everything that has happened, that they are still alive, but they are still extremely, extremely frustrated that, that this has happened. They are in the process of just trying to figure out what to do next, and these checks certainly help. They're wondering when the next check might be coming along. Don, back to you.
No, the residents are probably glad the Navy is working quickly to help them with their financial need. But one more question for you, Andy. For the residents who still are in the apartment complex, have any plans been announced as to what may happen to them, those who may be witnessing or looking right down on this crash site?
No, none of that has been really addressed. Most of the folks have been evacuated from it, but those in neighboring apartments, like in the next complex over, and in some that were spared, are still in the process of trying to figure out what to do next. But they are absolutely appreciative of everything that has happened, but those in surrounding apartments, they remain where they are. They are not the ones who are showing up today. The ones that are showing up are the ones in the apartment complex that has been directly affected.
And was there any update on those who were injured, Andy, including the pilots?
No, they did mention, though, that the pilots are okay, and that they were treated and released, and they are in the process of being debriefed and trying to figure out, as part of the investigation, exactly how all of this happened. The captain would not go into details about that, but he did say that his pilots did a lot of things right and certainly landed the plane in a place where less damage would be done before ejecting from the jet.
Andy Fox in Virginia Beach. Again, everyone's thankful no one died. Thanks, Andy.